Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you some personalized Christmas gift ideas using Cricut. This video is sponsored by Cricut. Let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to show you my Cricut Maker 3. This is the one I'm going to be using to show you how I create these Christmas gift ideas. Also, I want to tell you a few things. I'm going to use smart materials. First of all, a Cricut Maker 3 can cut hundreds of materials from thin paper and fabric to thick basswood and leather. Maker 3 is smarter and faster, uses smart materials, no need for a mat, but also can cut with a mat and can cut up to 12 feet in length without a mat. Now, I mentioned smart materials. What are smart materials? Well, they work without a mat, just load them in your machine and cut. There's many smart materials: smart vinyl, smart iron-on, smart paper sticker cardstock, and all these can be also used with the mat too, which is a great convenience. I'm going to be using smart materials in this video to show you how to create some beautiful personalized Christmas gift ideas. Okay, gift idea number 1. First of all, I'm going to be using this wine bag blank from Cricut. I am going to measure up how much I need my project to be. I'm going in a Cricut design space in a new project, and I am choosing Barn Acre font, and I'm going to just type in Mary. I'm going to position it and size it to the size that I need. After that, I'm going to go to a text, click on a text icon, and I'm going to go ahead and find another font to create the word Christmas. I believe I'm going to have all the fonts linked in the description box. I'm not sure which one I used. Now I'm going to have to do the mirror on because this is going to be iron on. Now I am loading it into my Maker 3, and I am using this vinyl roll tray, and you can see it also has a cutter, which is so convenient. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and create the same way the words a Christmas blend. I'm gonna go ahead and follow the steps, also mirror on, because I wanted to make sure it is positioned properly. Now I'm going to go ahead and create North Pole Brewing Company, and also on the bottom Santa Claus approved. I also going to go ahead and add 2 lines which I created from the shapes and from the square. I'm going to now then remove that Christmas blend. I just use it as a guide of the size. Then after I go to the mats, I'm going to go ahead, click on those 3 dots, and I'm going to move the object. I wanted to move all this on a one mat, and then I'm going to position them. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to be using these smart materials on the mat because I had some leftovers. Of course, I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to be using them on the mat. And this way I can use 2 different colors on the mat. So over here, you can see they're both on a one mat, one on each side of the mat. And I'm going to go ahead and click a mirror on, of course. And I'm going to follow the prompts on my design space. And I will send everything to the Maker. I always, every single time I had a Cricut video, I showed you all the steps. So just follow what Cricut is showing you. Now this one, first one, the red one, was on a without mat for the Christmas blend. And this is the other one where I was using the leftovers of the vinyl. Okay, now that I have everything cut out, this is the first cutout that I did. It was Merry Christmas. I actually cut out 2 of these, and you'll see later why. Okay, in a Cricut Easy Press guide, you will find how much you need to heat your Easy Press on. This one is supposed to be 340 Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. Now, after I was done with 30 seconds, I'm going to flip the material over and do the 15 seconds. After it was completely cooled down, you peel it off. Okay. Now, this project, I was using the blank that you can purchase at the Cricut store. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a wine bag out of canvas. Now, I cut out in a width 7 inches approximately, and in a length I cut out 2 times 12 inches, so a little bit more than that because I wanted it to be 12 inches in a length. Then I'm using this fabric glue by Surebonder, and I am taking twine from the Dollar Tree. I put it on one edge, and I'm just flipping over the ends and covering that jute twine, and then I am flipping it inside out, and I'm just adding a hot glue, closing those two sides, just like I'm showing over here. So you now see the wrong side, and after I was done with both sides gluing them, I'm gonna just flip this bag inside out, and then I'm gonna pull the strings, and that's gonna be it for this bag. How easy is this? Also, if you don't want to make this, I'm sure you can purchase blanks anywhere as well. But this was so easy to make, and you can use any material that you want. Now that I created this bag, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the excess of this second vinyl that I created, iron-on that I created, and I'm gonna put it on my bag. And also using 340 for 30 seconds, I'm gonna press this, and after everything was cooled down completely, I'm peeling it off. And look how beautiful it looks. I absolutely love this one. I think it's so funny and cute. I also thought taking this wine glass from the dollar store, it would be great to add to these, to the wine bottle. So I created a stencil, or actually decal, I'm sorry, that it says Jingle Juice, and added a little bells in a silver color, and Jingle Juice is in a white permanent vinyl. I decided to go with vinyl because if they want to take it off eventually, whoever you give this to, they can certainly do it. They don't have to use it only for Christmas time. But look how beautiful it looks. I absolutely love it. I know you can purchase simple bags somewhere else, like a dollar store or anywhere else, but I think these personalized are so much better. It means so much more when it comes from hard, when it comes from somebody who created it. And these will cost so much more money if you would purchase them somewhere else. I absolutely love how all these turned out. I would be so happy to receive this type of gift. But as always, please tell me in the comments down below your opinion. Would you like to receive a gift like this? And would you try to recreate this and gift it to someone? Okay, let's jump to gift idea number 2. I love this one. So I took a piece of wood, I believe it was 10 by 3, that's what I had on hand. I sanded down the edges to be smoother. Then I used Antique Wax by Falkart, and I gave it one coat. And I took off the excess with the paper towel. After all sides were done and covered with this, and everything was dried, I took my sander again, and I made sure to go over the edges especially. I wanted it to look distressed. After this part was done, I went ahead and gotten Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a linen white color and distressed it even further. Okay, after this was done, it is time to take these wooden dominoes from the Dollar Tree, and I took one and measured out how large I need numbers to be. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna create the Christmas countdown word, and I'm just going to go ahead and weld these words together, and I am going to send them to my Maker 3, and it will do its job. Okay, after that, I'm gonna go ahead again in a new project, and I will write number 1. And after I size it to the size that I need, I'm gonna duplicate it, and I'm gonna create all the numbers that I need, which is 1, 2, 0, 1, and 2 on one side, and I'm gonna need also everything from 0 to 9. Hope that makes sense. When you're making letters or numbers like this separately, after you're completely done, you're going to go ahead and mark them all and weld them together so they all go on one mat. Okay, after that, you follow the prompts on the design space, choose the material that you need, and you can go ahead and cut it. I'm using smart vinyl in a color black this time. After it cut it out, I'm going to use this Cricut cutter just to make sure to cut everything out nicely, close to each number, and to save the vinyl that's left over. Okay, after I weeded out this Christmas countdown words, I'm going to go ahead and transfer them onto my board on the left side of the board with the transfer tape. When I was done with this, I'm going to go ahead and take these dominoes. Now, on one side, they are just wood color, and on the other side, you can see the dominoes. But I'm going to take this chalk paint by Waverly in a color ivory, which is very similar to this raw wood, light wood, and I'm going to paint this backside completely. After everything was done, I'm going to go back to the wood side, and I'm going to weed out my numbers and transfer them onto the bottom portion of these dominoes. And you will see it in just a second what I'm talking about. I'm leaving the top of these dominoes because over there I am going to create a hole because these numbers are going to be hanging. So now that I have all the numbers, this is what I was telling you, what numbers we need. I'm going to use my Crocodile. I absolutely love this tool. It is necessity when you're a crafter. And I am going to mark where I think it's a center. You don't have to measure if you are like me. I rarely measure things. And then I'm going to use that as a guide to create a dot to all the other dominoes. And I am going to cut the poke the holes actually. After that, I'm gonna set the numbers or actually dominoes to the board to see where I have to drill the holes, and I'm gonna put the nail in, and then I'm gonna put my number tiles on. After that, this project is complete. Guys, I cannot get over this piece. I absolutely love it. I love wood. You guys know I love working with wood. This is so rustic and primitive, and I absolutely love it. And I think everybody can use something like this in their home. And as like I said, I would be super happy to receive something like this. But please tell me in the comments down below, what do you think? You saw that this cost me literally nothing to make. I would say maybe $3 maximum. And there's no way you can buy something like this for $3 anywhere else. For all of you that are new over here in my channel, welcome. I'm Jelena. I love crafting, love doing DIY projects, and I do everything on a budget, and I love sharing my ideas with you. I really hope you guys like my ideas, and if you do, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to watch my other videos, and if you like them, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you, and don't forget to click on notification bell on so you don't miss any of my future updates. Also, if you're on a social media, I post on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. I would love for you to come stop by and say hi to me. My regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. However, those things sometimes change if I do some kind of collaboration or challenge. I usually try to let you know in advance unless something unexpected happens. Now let's go back to crafting. I have one more DIY gift idea for you. So let me show you what I created. Okay, so I'm going to take this wood round I have it from Arteza, but you can purchase it anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and use these two smart vinyls in a white and a champagne color. I'm going to go in Cricut Design Space. I typed in Manger Nativity, and I found this star. I'm going to size it to the size I need. And this one I will do with the mat because I had a leftover of this champagne color, and I'm going to certainly use it. So you see over here, that's a leftover that I had, and I wanted to use it up. after I was done cutting this out, I'm going back because I saw some beautiful nativity scene that I'm going to use. Now I left the star, so I use it as a guide to the size. And after I was happy with the size, I just deleted the star, and I went ahead and followed the steps on a Cricut Design Space. I am doing this one in a white color, and I will not use a matte, so without matte. And this is the maker cutting it. After that, I'm going to go ahead and just weed everything out and transfer it onto my wood round. I chose color white. Of course, this is just an idea. You can personalize it any way you want. You can use any picture that you want, anything that you want, or that person that you're gifting this to would like. After I was done with the vinyl part, I'm going to go ahead and take a jute twine. I'm going to weed it through that hole. I'm going to tie a knot on the top. Then I'm going to use one medium-sized bead. And then I'm going to take two smaller sized beads and I'm going to thread them through. After that, I'm going to tie another knot right on top. And then I'm going to tie another knot towards the end of the twine. And after that, guys, this is it for this beautiful ornament. I absolutely love this one. Again, wood. I love working with wood. And I think this is so gorgeous, especially someone who likes to recognize the real reason for this season. I think this is beautiful, but like I said, this is just an idea. You can put anything you want on it. Now I'm going to show you in just a minute another idea you can do. If you're creating this, you can create as many as you want, maybe set of 4, or the same theme, just different pictures. This was just an idea. Now, for this one, I created a mini bag. I used the same system as I used for the wine bag, except I'm different size, of course. So I believe I used 6 inches by 7 inches, I believe. I'm not sure, but you can really use anything that you have. And I'm doing the same thing I did with the wine bag. So I'm using a jute twine. I'm going to fold over the end, making sure jute twine doesn't get stuck with the hot glue. I'm going to do that the same thing on the other side. And this time, the only difference is that I'm not going to flip it over. I'm going to be gluing it with the wrong side in because I wanted to fray the edges. So I didn't put the glue all the way towards the end. I put it like maybe a few millimeters in. So I'm fraying the edges, and then after that, on one side you're tying the knot, and on the other side, when you are done, you put either knot or any kind of bow. Now I am adding that second Merry Christmas that I created earlier, and this can be a beautiful bag for these ornaments or anything else you create. Now, please tell me in the comments down below which one was your favorite. Thank you, Cricut, for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!